Hey guys, so I decided to take a little time to go back and pull the videos that I uploaded for the Mockingbird rebuild that has started in June of 2020 and had to postpone a couple of times. We relocated from South Carolina to return to Alabama, and during that time, for several months, really, I was going back and forth from Alabama to South Carolina, and that took a lot of time, and then after that, I was driving 2 hours a day to 3 hours a day on top of my work schedule, and then you'll see where I put some comments in the videos where I also herniated a disc and ended up going out on FMLA. I had to have lower lumbar surgery, but I'm fully recovered now. And in fact, we bought some acreage and we're about to build the shop. So right now I'm still working out of the building, my small building behind my house, but I'm about to wrap up this Mockingbird. In fact, I'm going to be doing some work on it tomorrow and filming it. I want to apologize in advance that a lot of the work itself had not been recorded in the videos. I had just started. It was my first time tinkering with doing this kind of thing on video. Some of the video quality in this first video is not so great. It gets better. And then after part one, if you watch part two is in Alabama. And the video quality is better using a different camera. And everything new, I bought two new cameras. So everything new will be high quality. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoy the video, and like and subscribe if you haven't already, and get other people, share this video with other people who are interested in guitar restorations and rebuilds and upgrades. But this guitar, I'm going to be back working on it tomorrow. There is some work that's done to it that's not going to be shown in part one or part two. But part one is a compilation of the videos that were in South Carolina, and I stripped them down to make them smaller. And part two will be a compilation of what I've done so far in Alabama, and I stripped those down too to get those into a smaller, quicker video, just to catch everyone up where I am on the project. And currently, my plan is to complete this guitar and either raffle it or auction it off. But anyway, tune in, and like I said, like and subscribe and share the video. Thanks and enjoy. This is a Platinum Series, Bronze Series, aluminum foil series, garbage BC Rich Mockingbird that I bought from someone on Facebook Marketplace, and I bought it just to be a donor guitar. I didn't really care about that much about the guitar itself. I just always have been a fan of the Mockingbird body, and I want to build a Jackson Mockingbird neck through by using two donors. But in the midst of this, I decided I was just going to use it to build a pattern, and then I'm actually going to recondition the guitar. I think it'd be really cool to put some life into the guitar. I started to take it apart before I had the camera to film it. So I pulled it's a bolt-on neck. I pulled the neck off and the bridge loose. So if you look, you can see this guitar has been dropped and damaged before. You can see this. And then if you look here, this neck, the original holes have been plugged and it's been re-drilled before, right? But anyway, I'm filming this now because I'm going to take all this apart. I've already tightened the truss rod adjustment, and anyway, the neck needs some work. I think I'm going to lift the frets off of this and sand this fretboard correctly, and then install some new frets and grind those and set those up. People who know me know my thing is to take the tremolo, the Floyd Rose licensed tremolo, and modify it so that it's actually fixed, because I like the fine tuners. I don't care about a tremolo. I use a horizontal vibrato, so I don't care about a tremolo. but I do like having the double locks, and I do like having the fine tuners. All of my guitars are like that. I lock the tremolos down. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to set my router up. I'm going to sand this down, and then I'm going to set my router up in this pocket right here. I got to get the paint off of it anyway, so I'm going to make sure that it's routed flat, and I'm also going to drop it down so that the fretboard is even with the top of the guitar here, the body of the guitar. I'm going to do all the sanding and fitting, and I'm going to set this neck so it'll be glued in solid, and then I'm going to redo all of the pickup heights, all that hardware, and a new bridge. I will film bits and pieces of the work I'm doing to it, but this guitar will no longer look like this when I'm finished with it. There'll be no holes here, and this bridge won't be used, and the neck will look new and play new. The guitar will look new, and it will be set up like a professional series guitar. We're going to go ahead and strip this, at least start taking it apart, or taking the screws out here. Well, it's stuck in there better than I thought it would be. See there? Guitar's been damaged. Of course we knew that. It won't be like that when I'm finished with it. I'm going to take all the hardware loose. When I glue the neck on, I need to have everything off of it, or when I start prepping it to glue the neck on, I need everything to be off of it. I'll probably pull these out until I decide what I'm going to use. And then these guitars were not very expensive. Of course, in the day when they were built, you know, $400 was a lot of money. But these guitars, if I'm not mistaken, you could buy one new back in the day for around $400, a little bit less. Definitely not like a high-end guitar. BC Rich made some good guitars, but this was the cheapie. Okay. Here it is after the initial teardown. Probably will reuse a lot of the stuff here. Don't know if I'll reuse the pickups, but won't need this because the neck won't be bolted on anymore. We will need the plate for the back. I'll probably reuse all of the tuning keys, and then this piece here, which is cracked, which is a piece of garbage. I'll probably replace this with a metal input jack plate, and like I said, I'll probably nickel plate all of that stuff before I put it on. But here's what I got into. But the frets are they're not straight at all. They're not flat. It doesn't matter. I'm going to pull all that out. I think I don't know if I want to leave where it says Bronze Series on it when I redo it, because it's going to be beefed up. It won't, like I said, it's going to be a set neck. I pointed this out in the first video. I don't know if this was done, you know, like in a guitar shop, or I doubt if it was at the factory, but it could have been. And then here on the body, you can see where it had been dropped before, or something happened to chip this area out. But you can see where it broke this was the neck pickup, and this is the side that was actually against the neck here. It was in there like that. I'll flip it over. You can see here where somebody put some oversized screws in it before and broke this piece and this piece, and I'll probably just scrape this out nice and flat with a wood chisel, and then route it, and then glue 2 pieces of hardwood block in here to fix that. This is at an angle. I think it's tilted 4 degrees forward, and this will be flat. And I'll also lower it down, so like right now the neck, you can see how the neck fits now. The neck will be flat, and it'll be lowered to about the fretboard. So the fretboard will almost be even with the actual body. That's a good bit of slop. It probably wouldn't be too terrible for the glue, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to strip this off here and here, and I want to shim it, make some veneer, some really thin veneer. I'll have to gauge it and see, but if I push it all the way to one side, you can see the crack there. It's probably a 1/16 of an inch. I don't know, maybe closer to a 32nd of an inch. I'm going to fix that and all of these little dings, and like this area here where it took a dive before, and this. And once I set the neck, I'll probably plug this with a piece of wood and then sand it flat. Then, like I said, I'll sand all this flat, and I got to get that finish off of it. I got to get this finish off of it before I can bother to glue it in there, and then I'll refinish it after it's all done.